And welcome in here, everybody. We're doing another Age Buddies community game. This time we are playing Diplomacy Exploding Kings. We're sticking with ZN Hyper Random. This changes it, so the resources are going to be a little differently. Each stone pile has 418, gold has 475, for example. A boar instead of 500 has, oh, that's a market that you start with, 517. So all the resources are different if you've never played ZF or ZN Hyper Random, and it does a little more unique spawns than what you would see in Mega Random. And we are playing Diplomacy, so it's a free for all start, and people can start forming alliances just like the Krez is starting here. But let's get to all of our players before that. So we've got in the red playing as the Mongols, which is actually very dangerous, is Tarka. He's I think our highest elo player in the game again. And does have a king. Everyone has a king. But playing as the Mongols is very dangerous. They're a very good civ, especially on hyper or mega random settings. And then in the gray here, we've got the Krez. And he's playing as the Vikings this time. I think he must have, excuse me, had a little burp there. He must have picked civ. Um, we do let players at his elo or lower than 800, 900 pick their civ for these community games. It helps even out the odds, especially on these wacky settings. But he's going to put a mill down here to take some deer. Really like that from him. Keeping uh, his king safe in the TC. These do explode and does have a monk. So everyone started with a monk as a scout, and he's not doing much scouting with. Let's see what his vision's like. Okay, like this. Actually, everyone gets a trade workshop. Does this generate resources? It does. Right? No golden stone though? Huh. Okay, this doesn't generate resources. Okay, well, that's fine. Um, we'll continue on here. In the orange, we've got Baldwin, and he is playing as the Burgundians. Uh, I gotta say, the Krez is in the worst possible spot between two very high elo players with really good civs, because Burgundians is a really good boom civ as well, and I think he could do a lot of damage with them, given enough time here. Down here in the blue, we've got Slob the Knob, and he is playing as the Aztecs. He destroyed me with the Aztecs earlier, certainly knows how to play with them, and we'll do a really good ram push with Eagles. Maybe if you're smarter than me, you can stop that, but you know, that's to each for their own to figure out how to do that. Down here in the teal, we've got Psychedelic Falafel, and he got the Huns. That's a very good civ. That should be interesting to watch. Down here in the purple, we've got Dragon Lord Freya, and playing as the Teutons. I really like the Teutons on boom maps as well. That feels pretty good. And Freya is doing a lot of scouting with the king, which is nice. The king is a really fast unit. It's typically pretty safe from scouts and such. Um, but just a little dangerous if it gets caught in the wrong spot. And in the green here, finally, we've got, not finally, but additionally, we've got Matthias K92, a longtime age buddy, and probably on the lower end of it, saves the Vil that nearly died to the boar. I think we need to just shoot it with the TC. We can lure it with the Vil back to get it under. Well played, Matthias, to prevent the loss of any Vils. Saved two from dying. And yeah, he's playing as the Slavs, so that's a really nice civ, actually. If he can get a lot of farm eco up, that would be really nice to get a good Castle Age push and be able to defend or attack where needed. And finally, here in the yellow, we've got Ably playing as the Bulgarians. And that's a pretty decent civ too, actually. They've got a good amount of options. They're pretty flexible, and they've got the Krapost, so they can do some unique strategies with that if Ably chooses to do so. Now let's look at what kind of communication we've got around here. Hey, Polio, good to see you. Yo yo. You're just in time to see what kind of diplomacy we've got. So Krez is talking to Slob, says, "Hey, just to you, ally with Baldwin to take on Abley, then double cross at the end." So Krez is really thinking of his strat a couple layers deep there. Freya says, "Does the trade workshop do anything?" And Psychedelic says, "No. Sometimes they do provide extra resources, so that absolutely could have done something. It's good awareness for Freya to consider." Tarka's asking to everyone and says, "Who wants to be my friends?" And the Krez reaches back out to him and says, "What's your early plans? Probably need to take out Abley." And then also offers himself up and says, "You can kill me later." Tarka says same thing. I would say it's kind of a mistake here for Tarka to be talking to everybody. This is interesting. The chat's really taken off here. I did warn them to be talking a lot. And super new to the game, Polly, I couldn't put you in a better spot in the age community if you wanted to just to get better and improve at the game at your own pace. We do a lot. The Krez is very new to the game too. If we look, I don't know if his elo will show here, but he's like 500 elo. And we've done a lot of good spotlights on his early games on the YouTube. So yeah, you're in the right spot. Hope to give you good advice. Help you advance at your own pace. Yeah, welcome in. Okay, Psychedelic talking to Dragonlord says, "Hey, would be a good alliance name. Psychedelic Dragonlord, just the two of us." Dragonlord says yes. They're also talking to Slob though. Oh, Slob the Psychedelic Dragonlord. Got it. That's the full name they're going for. So we've got Team Psychedelic Slob. Krez reached out to Slob, but Slob didn't reply. So I don't think that's going to work. And thank you very much for the follow, Paulio. Really appreciate that. That's exactly the support I'd ever ask for. So huge thank you for that. Thank you. And definitely join in on the Discord. That's going to be your own benefit at the end. Tarka reaches out to everybody, says who wants to be a part of the trade alliance. Psychedelic says yes. Same with Baldwin and Krez. So this looks like a possible team forming here. Abley's curious about what's in the middle. There's not much. He must see now. There is a workshop, actually. So maybe they're going to do some trading. And Psychedelic's got a trade cog out. Whoa. Why? Why is he producing trade cogs? There's so many ship or docks from him, actually. Looks like he's just opening for a big trade boom. That's really interesting. And do we actually have a Gamba going for this? That'd be kind of cool. Oh, I can't snooze the ad, sorry. You're gonna get an ad, Polio. See you after the ad, and anyone else who doesn't have a sub. And Psychedelic does clarify. Just to you, I won't. He says, I won't not join the alliance, but I'm trading with him right now, so I won't not attack either. By you, I mean Abley. Just to you, Abley. So he's talking with Abley, and he wants to probably get a long-term trade going with him. And Paulio with the 1 month sub. Thank you for that. Huge support. Incredible. Thank you for that. I really, it amazes me, and I'm glad you're not gonna get any ads now too. So, well played. Good strat there. Oh, that's funny. I say sorry about the ads, and you say no need to apologize. And really, I should thank you. So yeah, well played. I think this is a really good choice by Psychedelic. Starting a trade early with one of the higher elo players might build some trust. Let's see, are there any I think there are some red trade cogs coming over here too. So this could be really good. I think Tarka's gonna be worried about everyone else, and that's why he's worked on trying to keep Ably is a friend. And the only reason I've got that feeling is because Ably is talking to everyone except Tarka here. At least, I think that's a purple color. It is. I had to lean in for that. I need to turn up the brightness on my monitor for these colors to stand out. And I'm trying to recognize that yes sir emote. Is that a mem emote, Polly? If it is, that's a crazy call for me. But I'm not sure. It's a good emote. I like it. Kind of looks like a mem emote. That's the only vibe I'm getting from that. Ably getting the chat settings wrong. Says we can kill everyone and just duel out, I guess. And Turka says you didn't really seem happy about it. Sounds good. And Ably is, according to Tarka, not gonna respond because he messed up the chat settings. So one of my friends. Okay, cool. Well, whoever did their emotes, yeah, I like it. So nice when you find a good emote artist. Oh yeah, I've already got one for these squids. They had a baby, so I need a new one. Because their baby's taking up too much time. Tarka forgot that you actually spawn with a market, makes a second one. Even high elos make mistakes. And to clarify, Tarka is about 1500 elo. So it doesn't show here, but that's what he would be. I don't think I can have the elos show up at all. Yeah, alright, we'll keep her rolling. And I do want to remind everyone, no matter how these teams shake out, things can change very quickly, as every person has a king, and that king is liable to explode. Actually, Mr. Chuckles, would you mind updating the title to include Exploding Kings on the community game? Hey, Chopsticks! Welcome! Great to see you, man. You missed it. I won the show match against Slob. And I did lose to Ram Rush Aztecs, so I might need to face your pressure some more to condition myself for early aggression. Because I still lose to things I probably shouldn't. But hey, that's what we're all doing here. We're all getting better. And the Slob, the Psychedelic Dragon Lord, is, I think that's their name. They're working on together a nice team. Freya does say just booming, and I think we see a mistake here from Psychedelic. So what Psychedelic did is he went into his chat setting, and he specifically said, hey, I'm going to go for just Slob and Dragonlord Freya. And he sent one message in that chat setting you go to at the top. And then he sent a message, and then he clicked enter to send the next setting. But if you hit enter, it's going to go to everybody, not just the people you have selected. So you have to go back to that chat window to only select the people you want. Now he's kind of exposing this. Oh, wait. Maybe he's just actually talking to everybody, because he's saying, was peaceful between the 4 tribes until the 4 nations attack. I had just assumed that would be related to what he would have there, or what he was talking with his team, but he doesn't. It doesn't actually come off that suspicious, and he's now just complaining about his civ, which is good. Good to underplay that. And we got a hype train pog, Golden Capo. I don't know what set that off, but thank you to I guess Paul E for the starting the hype train. And I guess you can get a rare Golden Kappa if you contribute to the hype train. I pick civs based on the map for sure. And if I want to play random, then I'll definitely play a little random. If you're curious why I've got this as my hype train, it's because it kind of makes my head bounce. Which would look like this for you guys. I'm doing a little bit of a nodders, you know? A little bit of a dance. Bustin', 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 bustin'. Holy cow! With the Golden Kappa achieved, J-Law's gifting out 10 community gifted subs. Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much, J-Laws. And I need to hydrate because I'm getting too excited here. We're going to be overwhelmed here with some of the chat when we have to catch up to this. That's just crazy. Thank you so much, JLS fan. You're always a huge supporter. And I really appreciate it. And I got to say this, your support could stop at just watching, and that's amazing on its own. So thank you. It really is huge, and it helps feed these kind of fun events. So thank you. And we're gonna get another bustin' because of that. And we've got some. Wait, what? Oh, that's the now gifted subs bustin'. Got it. J-Law's addicted to the hype train. Can't resist the golden kappa. And he can't change. Won't you fly? I should let them sing it. And back here in the game, we've got a massive trade boom coming in from Tarka and Psychedelic. I think who else is adding in cogs here? I don't know if I see anything other than yellow and or red and teal. Just you, Tarka. We've got a good thing going, so I don't want to ruin that. This is exactly what I was about to talk about. Typically, when you set up these diplomacy games, the best, and I really do mean the best teams are the ones that keep their trade going the entire game. Because if you stop with your gold, you're gonna fall behind. Especially when you can trade. Using trash units just is not the way. It's not really advisable. You don't get the value you need for the units. Your population efficiency is just better if you can sustain gold units. So this is a really huge development, regardless of how strong the name Slob the Psychedelic Dragon Lord is, which is a really funny name. And thank you, Paulie. I appreciate it. You're bringing in the exact vibe and energy that I like doing this stuff for. So, if you don't know, the Age Buddies really started as just a group of friends. We all met on the ladder. There might be reports that I only invited people I beat. Those are untrue allegations. They may be partially true, but they're not. I'm trying to actively only invite, well, not only, but actively invite players that have a really good attitude, that can have fun even in stressful situations, and don't take everything too seriously. Untrue. You're right. I did lose to Nella, and then I invited him. Right, Nella? Right? Help me with these allegations, man. Come on. And Nate coming in to thank JLS fans. Yeah, that's true, actually. I did invite Chopsticks. I've never beaten him. Actually, have I beaten you? I don't think I have. I think you could drop the kappa. Yeah. Although you just got invited because you're just a buddy that got included, Yeah. I was trying to warm up with a competitive match, Nella, and fighting against you is just too one-sided. So I'm sorry, I had to be a little scared about it. Sorry, I had a notification. I've got a mouse being delivered by FedEx. They should call me if they read the thing. I've tried to sign for it digitally so they don't leave me hanging, but they won't let me do that, and that's not them saying it's here. So they're already an hour behind. And that notification isn't for it. So that's fine. Let's see what we've missed on some chat here. Matthew is saying, who else wants to fight against Tarka? This is a really good chat. It might be a little late, though. By this point in the game, early alliances have already been established. And Matthew should at least look into allying with some fellow low elos. Especially if you see you're on the lower half of the totem pole. You probably want to align yourself with some people on the other half. And it's good, actually. He is reaching out to Abley. And Abley responds, might need to all in, or I can try exploding my king in his base if that helps. Wow, so this is kind of signifying that Abley is committed to killing Tarka, even if it costs him his own win, which would be interesting. And Krez is asking Abley, who are you going for? Abley is giving Krez a really good heads up, says we have to go for Tarka. Just look at the trade. And everyone can see everything. So if we look at vision for everyone, it's the same. And everyone on the map can see the amount of trade from Tarka. Abley actually has joined the water trade, but is going over here to... Oh, all the way up to Baldwin. And I'm sorry, you're going to hear my phone. I'm trying not to do too many of those alerts. That's not the alert I'm looking for. And no one is all in on Tarka yet. And Matthias is scared that's going to cause Tarka to win. Krez moves his starting TC king position into a castle that's much more secure. Tarka has a king here, and I think he's going to put it into the tower behind this castle. This is a really good indicator. He's expecting pressure. The castles surrounding every entrance to his eco is another really good indicator. And if we look at the res, we're seeing a 10k gold stockpile for him, followed by Slob, and then everyone else is fairly even. Actually, Psychedelic Falafel has the gold lead, so that's really good for his team. Let's see where all these other kings are. I think we're going to see just in a castle. There's no tower behind that one. And he's in the castle. And we've got another castle king. I'm trying to see if someone's doing the trick. We have a partial trick done by... where's this king? King? Donde? You guys see the king icon here, right? Where is... Am I blind? Do we need a blind emote? I think we need a blind emote. And thank you, Supermarket Car 3000, busting in here for the follow. Appreciate that. I'm kind of focused in on this mystery king. You guys let me know where you think that is. Because I'm kind of blocked. It's not in the TC, though. There's no... Oh, it's this TC. I was blind on the flag. Wow, okay. David blind. And then we have another castle. And... like another castle. Castle in the back here, too. That's pretty good. And we've got some markets in the corner. But I think with the water trade is definitely the way. And let's see. I think what I was saying there about the trick is if you've got a king and you build, or a castle, and before it's up all the way, you put it on the exact opposite corner as this corner. So you put it on the backside corner. You put a tower here. It'll actually be hidden by the high point on the castle, and you can hide the king in the tower. But what it looks like Tarka is doing instead is he's going to have the king in this, and then he's going to have the king jump around in a circle in a bunch of these towers. And that's going to cause a lot of different numbers of siege required here to fully ungarrison the king. I will say this map does not have much room to run, so if Tarka gets surrounded on both sides by everybody, then we may see that come and kill him regardless of how long he can hold on. And we've missed some chat. Let's try to catch back up with that. Matthew is saying, I'm not ready to fight. Baldwin saying, what are the views on attacking red to Abley? And Abley is trying to coordinate with everybody. I think Abley also tells, yeah, Tarka says, Krez, hopefully you aren't ignoring me. Krez says, ignoring. Trying to catch up on this. Psychedelic Falafel is saying he's ready. He's pop capped, fully boomed out. I'm just going for all his upgrades before I switch to military. I was sad when you didn't answer my last message. Tarka says, what is your plan to Adley? And Adley says, you decide. So that's good. It's hopefully won't raise suspicion to Tarka that Adley is planning to kill him. And then Baldwin says, so what's the plan? To everybody. Abley says, not sure Baldwin Nono's responding on killing Tarka. And Tarka says, in Diplo, not really. Baldwin saying not many are talking. Krez is talking to Baldwin. Looks like there's not a consensus on plan yet. Tarka's seeing Green make army, which is a good call. Hey, Green, want to be friends with me, Abley, and Krez? We're going to see if Matthias takes the bait. Baldwin says, I don't want to be backstabbed to Krez. Abley talking with Tarka. I spoke to him earlier. Maybe they think I am a treat, which I think he means threat. Yeah, looks like we're having a little bit of a conflict on who is going to attack who and when. So this might be interesting. Polly for build orders. There's a lot of good YouTubers. I think Hera's got some good beginner build orders. But before Hera, I would probably recommend Survivalist. And the way he explains how you go for more military or more eco, I really like it. It's just my own personal preference of enjoying his style. We've got some links in a channel on the Discord too, where people have shared some other guys. Like Spirit of the Law is really good on explaining some unit statistics for different civilizations too. I'm sure you've heard of a bunch of these. And Slob, who has not talked at all this game, and I'm not sure is coordinating this with his team here either, has a really big grudge against Baldwin. And Baldwin declares back war on him. This is going to be kind of rough for Baldwin to face up against. Now, I can't help but think Slob is doing this because he's got a ram full of infantry, and this is how he killed me earlier. And he's going to do it again here to Baldwin. I don't know if he's going to finish Baldwin off, but he's certainly going to hurt him. And I think Coustelet is actually the best unit for this. This is really good. You have a charge attack on them, and they're pretty good against infantry, I think. And they can do a little bit of a reach, so we'll see how this goes. The HP far outweighs for Slob, though, 2-1. And the unit is good, but I don't think they're that good. And the other military Baldwin has here is only Navy. Baldwin really needs to ask for help here. Orange and yellow are the main threats. They want to take out red, telling everybody except orange and yellow. Which is kind of wild for Krez to be on the same team as Tarka. I think he's underestimating the danger there. Oh, man. This is really crazy. Baldwin asking for help, saying I'm being 2v1'd, which is true. He's got the Krez in here as well, I think, right? Who else is here? Or is this Team Psychedelic coming in? I only see blue here. Oh! Oh! Hold on. Whoa. Whoa. We had a death here. And I think Matthias tried to run in to kill with the king. His king is here, actually. And how does the king die? Matthias comes in and starts doing some damage there with a bunch of boyars. This is all while this is happening here. There's not much coordination happening. Oh my goodness. But Tarka research treason finds Matthias's king out here exposed in the open. And if Abley doesn't realize this, Abley is going to lose all his eco, and I think he's going to anyways. I think his king is safe. It's actually far enough. But holy shoot is what I was going to say. And Matthias is our first player out of the game. Actually has a really good eco here, but just didn't hide his king. And yeah, there goes a really, really big portion of the eco for Abley. We're going to see how he responds to that. Luckily, he still has a lot of good trade here. And Tarka is going to feel really good about that. Basically, every threat Tarka has in this game is out. Abley was a really big threat and was planning to make moves. And his base is destroyed. So he's going to be stuck with just the res he has in the base to reboom with. And to make any military. It looks like Baldwin is able to hold on here. He is being 2v1, so there was Psychedelics Navy here to cut off the trade from Baldwin. And I think this is where Baldwin just needs to ally with Krez and Tarka. And put the pain on the Slob, the Psychedelic Dragon Lord here. That's such a fun name. I love that. That's the best way to remember it. It's better than saying like Team Underdog either, because you know that's like a partial insult. I think Baldwin can hold here though, 2v1, just based on the units here. There's enough eco behind and in front to protect the ranged units, and we've got someone researching. I need to actually turn that on, don't I? King events. Krez's king ungarrisoned involuntarily. There's a bear attacking there. Where is Krez's king? What? What? Oh, and we've got a wonder coming up from Slob. So this is Team Psychedelics' plan to win. There's Krez's king. Tarka gives a big warning, and now Krez is turning on Baldwin here. That is actually wild. What is causing that? I think they want to kill Baldwin, but Baldwin is no longer the issue. I think they're going to need to focus on Team Psychedelic Falafel. I might need to check later how your king got there, Matthias, because it was just sitting there under Abley's TC, and I was like, well, Abley's not going to kill that, and ran over like eight mangonels, not mangonels. Mangudai came over from red and sniped it. I think I didn't turn on the treason research. Conversion. We can turn off the market. Chat's fine. King events, diplomacy, tribute. We'll turn off tribute. Yep, they're correct on that, Matthias. But yeah, I'm not sure how you got out in the open. Could have been you were going for unique unit. Oh no, that's how. You sent all your military here because then you sent your boyar, and instead of keeping your king in the castle, it wanted to run forward with its enemy units. That's exactly what happens. Okay, so Slob is feeling the wrath of Baldwin and Tarka. So Baldwin wanted revenge on the aggression, and Tarka's happy to help too, just because of the still not built and now destroyed wonder. Oh my goodness, so much going on. I have to do better at looking around. It's hard to keep track, but that's the fun in these community games, especially these diplomacy. Everything can change on an instant. The sound probably was the wonder. I thought it might have been a treason account, a sound. So thank you, Leopard. That's actually very accurate, keeping me from going crazy. I'm not sure what Slob's plan is now. He does need support from his team, and he is getting that. There is a bunch of CA here, but are they actually turned against Tarka? They're not. Freya and Psychedelic Falafel are kind of actually against Slob. Slob wants to be their friend. At least wants to be Psychedelic's friend, but it's certainly not that way around. And maybe even yeah, actually even Freya wants to be a friend. So that's interesting. The alliances here have not been very clear, which is understandable. It's a messy game. But yeah, Freya stays allied with Slob, but Psychedelic does not. So Slob, the Psychedelic Falafel, is kind of a... Is this a team? Is it not? Who can say? But I can say that Tarka should have been killed earlier. Especially when Abley had better eco and military. Maybe before Baldwin was hit too. I think Baldwin needs to let Slob die here from Tarka and just focus with Abley on killing Tarka himself. But this might need to become a group team effort. And we've got a ungarrisoned, involuntarily king. He's moving that back. And they might turn on Slob because of Slob's wonder attempt. That's a very accurate statement. I think that's very true too. It doesn't hurt or doesn't help that Baldwin was attacked by Slob. And Krez is just on Team Tarka here, which is a good decision by him. Slob says, Falafel, you turned on me. So now they're trying to get the team back together. This is really good. And Falafel said, yes, no wonder. That's why. Falafel says, delete the wonder, but the wonder's been gone. I lose too if you make wonder. Very valid point. And Dragonlord said, I deleted it with my rams. Oh, that's so funny. It wasn't built quick enough, and Freya just killed it. That's really bad for Slob because he loses all of the res behind. You can see he's low on stone and gold now. And I think his eco is now just non-existent. He's got some defensives here, but it's gonna get pushed. And I hate to say it, but we gotta see a boom from Slob from this point. Abley, save me, raid Tarka base. And if Abley can do that, maybe he can save Slob. But I think what Slob should hope for the most is is to get that king over to destroy Tarka's base in retaliation. Giving demands from a position of no authority is rough. Abley already told Tarka to kill Slob, so Baldwin and Abley are going to kind of ignore Slob's cries here. And you do have a bunch of food coming in, but that wonder without any coordination with your team lost you the team, Slob, and you know, no one can really hold 5v1 because it was really 1, 2, 3, 4 players against 1 there, so 4v1. And now Psychedelic is attacking Abley, which is a interesting decision. I think Abley might end up allying with Tarka because of that too. Tarka's gonna tell him no because they're not really allies. They're kind of just not enemies with each other. And Baldwin's looking for the king. But what king? Trying to see if he runs through Krez. Where is all his army? It's here. And Tarka is still in this castle. I think he's going to play Ring Around the Rosie when he does. And the king dies out at sea and does not get a chance to explode. And that's because Baldwin had a navy sitting here, finds the king and gets revenge. Well played to Slob. I think the moment you asked for Abley to kill Tarka was the moment you needed to get this king over somewhere. And now we have another involuntary garrison of a king from Dragonlord Freya. Psychedelic is allied with Baldwin, so is Baldwin back. I think this is where they're going to turn on Tarka if they are smart. And Tarka's military is still here, so I think the best way to do that is to push right through and go. Tarka says, oh, he was on water, so he didn't look for treason to find that king. Would have been a very sneaky spot to be in.
Yes.
And no worries, Mr. Chuckles. Take care. Thanks for hanging out. Great to have you in a couple games with us too. Always good to see you. Mr. Chuckles has been a very active player in the H Buddies, but he became a father again, and with those new responsibilities, has less time to play. But you know, still showing up for games. Huge W's for him. So thank you for that. And well, psych, we're all going in to kill me. Oh, well, psychedelic, he going all in to kill me. Red is the biggest threat. He's telling this to Tarka though. Oh, I think Abley's worried about psychedelic falafel killing him. But what we're really gonna see is psychedelic falafel go for red. And falafel is gonna talk to Baldwin and say, I can't do that. I'd be killing my trade. I need to move that first. That is a huge win. Like that's the best thing you can do before you change any kind of alliances and diplomacy to ensure your eco, or gold in this case, stays alive. You're gonna go play real life. You're gonna go play RL with IRL friends. Oh, cool. Well, very nice. You're playing Age with real life friends? Because that's pretty dope. LAN parties are always fun. Okay, so Baldwin is now going to have to push through and kill Krez. But Krez is saying, can we make up? And I think that's a really good decision. I really hope Baldwin sees that. Yeah, and he does. And he allies him immediately after saying that. Hopefully Krez can switch that ally back too. And, wow. We've got Krez declaring war on Dragonlord Freya. Wow, these allies are just crazy. I need a better way to keep track of this all. But Krez needs to ally both Baldwin and Freya. Can we choose to clear the rest with Abley, saying to Baldwin? And he says yes. But I think they need Freya and they need Dragonlord Freya and Psychedelic on their team. Psychedelic says, hey, Krez and Freya, let's do it like this, yeah? Let's get Abley or Baldwin. And I think we're going to see Krez, accept that offer. And we might see a 2v4 here. Oh, wait. Actually, we're still seeing a 1v1 right here. Tarka is not going to let Abley stay alive. I've been missing this for a couple of minutes, I'm sure, but this is a result of the explosion inadvertently dropped on Matthias. And I think Abley sees the signs. He's not going to make it through this. And is going to let his other allies know, hey, let me know. I can send you res. I can do much. Or I can't do much, is probably what he intended to say there. And Krez is allying with teal and purple and orange now. So this should only be against Abley for the Krez before they turn against Tarka. And yep, those are the teams now. We've seen the allies work out. And Tarka is only allied. Actually, he's allied with everybody except Abley right now. So this does let Tarka see everyone else building up against him. He can't see Krez. Oh, he can see Krez. It's just grayed out because he's gray. That's funny. But he can see where any military might be coming from, which is probably what he's focused on right now. Especially seeing a lot of buildup here. And I think all the Navy for Psychedelic is here. all of his military in general, except for some CA and Q. I think it's a really good switch. And we've got a research for treason. We're going to see the king here. Abley knows the writings on the wall and is going to ask and let him know, hey, we think you're going to lose. Let me take the king event off there because that's just going to be crazy. I think these rams are going to take down that castle. Oh no, the king ran. The king ran south. Someone says, ah. And he's in this castle. Baldwin says, I'm not sure I have a chance, but thank you. And I think if they work together, they have a chance. And if Baldwin or if Abley can get this king over into the eco, what they really need is a navy, which they have control of, to transport him that way. But for right now, he is going to stay alive. And, oh no, the navy idea is great. Abley has it too. Okay. Oh, great decision by those Vills. I think he's looking for a ship. And he sees the ship. And Psychedelic is going to deny the Navy too. Which is just really unfortunate. Curious, what does Abley see here? With some treasons coming in, we may see a snipe attempt. And yeah, Psychedelic is going to stick with Tarka and is going to point out the king. Where did he point that out? Was that Abley's king? Maybe. Maybe it was. Abley is in chat. Joins too early. Reminder to the players, if you guys are not yet dead on stream, don't chat in the chat yet. Otherwise, you may give a little bit of an insight too early in advance. Which is okay. The king is dead. It wasn't too far off. And Psychedelic does help kill Abley there. I think that is going to actually end up hurting Psychedelic's chances. Especially if they go orange next. Which they very well might. If they get rid of orange, then all they have is Psychedelic and Freya as two heavyweights to push on 1500. And Krez is close, but Krez likely will have trouble fighting up against that. Krez tells Baldwin, though, they're coming for you next. Baldwin really needs to try to get Psychedelic on his side. Same with Freya. And try to group everyone against Tarka. This has been the game-long struggle. There's been multiple attempts, first from Baldwin and Abley both, to try to get a kill on him. And, well, with the writing on the wall. What? Oh, we had a game crash from Baldwin. Oh no. I saw the king moving, but I had already seen this die, and I was like, huh? Wow, that sucks. I'm sorry, Baldwin. Very sad. Just a DC. And we're gonna watch the explosion because it's fun, but that's rough. All right, well, I think we should see everyone turn up against red now. Psychedelic says he's doing the same. And Psychedelic backstabs, actually. So I might have missed another message on this earlier, but when Psychedelic started talking about trading up to Baldwin, I got very excited. He was planning ahead to trade against Tarka. And that would actually put Psychedelic in probably the best spot in the game to win. Because I'd say Huns are the strongest late game in this position. Just because they can do a lot of really, really dangerous raiding. But if Psychedelic is still feeding in to help Tarka, I think this is going to be a really rough spot in the end. And GG's to Abley and Baldwin both. Bad luck. You got a good luck, have fun. Good luck killing Tarka, and then you DC'd Baldwin, so that's just bad timing. And oh, sorry, I moved to check that I didn't miss miss the delivery notification. I have not. Little annoying, but hey, maybe it'll come after stream anyways. And some beautiful shots from Freya. Some disappearing mangonels. And Freya says, I'm being betrayed, it seems. And that is very true. With a bit of an early turn on Falafel. And he tries to come up with an excuse of why his castles were being attacked. But I don't think you can fool Freya. I think Freya didn't switch first. Yeah, there was no castles being attacked until you switched, Falafel, so very sneaky. It's a nice attempt. And actually, Dragonlord Freya is turned on. Oh no, they're going for reds. They never were turned on. Yeah, Baldwin, you getting turned on there was insane. I was a bit amazed. Okay, there were probably a lot of Mangudai here, but either I saw some beautiful attack ground, or I missed some beautiful attack grounds, or they went elsewhere to die. And I love the siege rams from the Teutons player. And it looks like Krez is here to defend his high elo teammate. I think Krez is probably the only person I would consider as a smart play to go against the high elo here. Especially because you're right next to them. If Krez turns, he's more than likely going to die. And we've got some big smashes here, but not enough. You have to really be resetting those points here. And again, invisible onagers. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's happening, but they are dying. You see there's some here? That's really funny, actually. Yeah, maybe there's some trepidation against high elo players, even if there's a number of differences with the players there or not. Psychedelic is still teamed up with Freya and Tarka, so he's playing both sides. Although in the long run, that's just going to put him in a 1v1 against Tarka. But hey, he might be playing for an allied victory. I'm not sure if he would consider that, though. And looks like he's going to go for a King Snipe with a ton of Tarkans. Oh my goodness. This is really rough. Tarka did start with Mongols, and I mentioned that right off the bat. I was amazed he got random into Mongols, and that I thought was gonna keep Tarka as a target. You know, I almost felt bad. I kind of tried to put a target in him at the start of this, before the game started, guys, but did not work that way. And another betrayal. Psychedelic Falafel onto Dragonlord Freya. And Freya does it right back to him. But we'll see the Tarkans surrounding the castle, the elite Tarkans. And the king runs. And runs in the only spot I would have ever told Freya to send the king. Unfortunately, there is ballistics on this. And the king is going to explode. Going to do some damage to production, but nothing much left there. Well played, Dragonlord Freya. I would agree. That first betrayal where he switched, that was your first and only sign that you were going to be next. I think Slob dying on your team too might have been a hint that he's been an unsavory teammate. But he had a really good team name, so like I would have joined that team if I was Slob the psychedelic Dragonlord. Then yeah, like. You've sold me. That's a pretty let's fight together team. Slob died because he tried to wonder. That's true. But also, I think that shows that the team wasn't as strong as maybe the name might have implied. Maybe you put a little bit more faith into the name too. But yeah, I think Slob could have coordinated the Wonder and just told them like, hey, this is just to draw attention. We got to focus on getting Tarka after this. Something like that would be good. And Tarka has now turned on the Krez. Sticking only with Psychedelic Falafel. And Falafel's reaching out to Krez to get some res to him. Now I'm curious, Falafel is still going to be an ally with both. With all of the backstabbing that he did, I'm positive that we're going to see Tarka look for the backstab on him next. And really, this is Tarka's game to lose. Aided by Psychedelic's assistance in this. And Krez is giving a lot of warning. This is warning that Krez can take into his next team game. Because they went for Baldwin, and they went for Slob, and they went for Abley. And Krez, he was always going to come for you as well. So I would look at that as a good lesson. Maybe try to expand your network of allies. But good, you're going to hold on as long as you can with some castles back here. And it's going to take a little bit for some Rams to come in. But not too long. And the Tarkans here are getting some eco KD kills. Boost the score for Falafel here. He's going to pull them away now. Looking to raid. Hey, Iron Chef. Good to see you, man. Hope you've been well. You've joined at the right time. We're finishing up a nice Exploding Kings Diplo game. And Krez has researched the king. I think we'll mark it for Falafel. Very risky play for Falafel to do this. And I'm not sure the Navy does enough. We do know that Tarka sees this coming. He's bringing all of his military back, especially now that he's been declared war on. And this is the view he's got coming in. And Tarka will take down this castle. Yeah, maybe the wrong time, because you could have seen the start of this. It's been a wild game. The diplomacy did not go as I expected. Up until now. Now it's kind of going out exactly as I expected. Oh boy. And this is just really, really tough. And Tarka's going to call treason on him and probably push from here into Falafel's base. I don't know if there's enough here. Oh, you've been lurking, so you've been here. You've made it. I'm glad to hear that. Always enjoy a lurker. It's my own strategy as well. The Navy does okay here to stop any forward advancement, but I think that's just going to end up being a lot of population space that is needed on land. And I really think Tarka could just throw down a Wonder, and he's not going to be able to get pushed, even 2v1 here. You're enjoyed. I'm glad you're enjoyed, Wazzy. I'm David. Great to meet you. You should update your Twitch name. It says you're Wazzy Waz, but hey, I'm not here to tell you how to live your life, okay? And we're going to see a lot of these CA come forward. Tons of Tarkans in the queue. I don't know if either are a good call. I think it's just this double camel Mangonel Mangadai. Mongols Mangadai. Not Mangonel. These camels, Mongols, Mangadai, double CA, or double gold comp is just really tough to beat. And while we're watching these fights play out here, I do want to just thank everyone who's been enjoying, been lurking, just hanging out with us. It's been a really fun Sunday. Let me snooze without destroying the goal, not destroying the screen. Sometimes it shrinks it for me. And I do just want to mention that if you're an active Age Buddies player and you've not already signed up for the Age Buddies Beer Brawl, that closes in basically an hour. It'll close pretty much at the end of the stream here. And after the stream, I'm going to jump into making the brackets, and those will all get released, and the first round of games will start. So if you have been an active player in the group already and want to join, I recommend it. It's now or never, well, or next time. And if you haven't been active in the Age Buddies, or you've been in the group, you're not sure you can play, that's fine too. Join the group and stick around for the next one. We have a lot of signups, so it'll be a lot of fun. And I'm looking to get some of those games cast this week as well. That's right, Zoloff. You've pretty much got an hour to respond to that message I sent you. Zoloff, though, this is a special case for you in the Pro League. You would only have one opponent, and that would be a Misty James. And if you did sign up to fight him, we could do a special settings for that too. So I'm not sure if that's a fair match. It's the most fair that you would have, and it's the most fair he would have. The next up would be Wrath of Iblis, but I think you've beat him pretty consistently too. So in that case, Wrath actually has more fair fights than you. So anyways, that's why there's a pro division that I didn't label, because I don't expect many pros, and there's a lot more pro division stuff for players. Although the pro leagues of other tournaments kind of apply to other groups or other tournaments rather than this one. So each round has one week to play games. So the bracket will be released tonight, and then the first round, you've got a week to play from here to there. Next week, there could be an extension for the second round to start, or we might have a 2-week second round period. It's going to be kind of based on the holiday schedule. If I was any better at managing my time, we would already be into the tournament. But alas, I am not, and we are where we are now. And Psychedelic is producing everything he can. He's trying to keep his fight here afloat. It is nice. Krez is trying to supply with some military here. He's got some skirms that's really good against the Mangudai, but there's nothing here for the Scorpions, and that's going to do really well against everything. But for you, Soloff, you and Masty, if you were to sign up, and I hosted a single... Excuse me. I'm getting burps. That's rough. But I did host a single set pro division. Then that pro division could be played at any time in the next month. So there's no pressure in that way. But as far as the regular divisions, the first set will be played this coming week. And if you lose, you can join the optional loser brackets, which I'll paste out and send as well. And I'll check with the players to get those brackets lined up. And then from there, the second round will be played the next week, and so on and so forth. So Tarka, who may be understanding he's going to have to grind pretty hard against Falafel, trying to play some mind games here. And it says, okay, Krez, let's kill Psych. And Psychedelic says, no. And Tarka says, let's not let him win with Wonder. To Psychedelic. Hold up a second. I gotta call this out. Psychedelic and Tarka are worried about Krez wondering? Now hold up a dang second. This is feeling like a little bit of bullying, huh? Psychedelic Falafel has been in Tarka's pocket, and I didn't see any diplomacy that got them together. Krez says, Psych allied victory. Psych says, yes, I promise. This is one of many promises that Psychedelic has either made or implied. With allied victory in, maybe Krez is going to go for a Wonder, but there's just no military to protect it. And Krez says then to Wow, so Krez is playing him too. Krez says psych allied victory. Then Krez says yeah to Tarka's offer to stay ally. He says, yeah, he's trying to allied victory, but lying. I will stay enemy with you and try to snipe. To Krez, trying to snipe Psychedelic. Wow, really big play from our lowest elo player. He sees the lies coming from Psychedelic and is going to immediately shut that down. All the while, Psychedelic was planning to win by Wonder, so maybe this is why he was okay with letting everyone die to Tarka earlier. Yeah, Team Red and Gray are going to team up and stay as a team to take down this Wonder. I think we just have to see all of the military get pulled back from Psychedelic Falafel. He's got to fix these waypoints going forward, and he's doing that now. So I guess let's see if this turns into a Wonder victory. We can get a prediction out if there's not already one. Who wins? Wonder victory. And I'll say Tarka. But I'm not sure if Krez is going to be on Tarka's team for that. So, really good spot with that Wonder getting built. I almost didn't see that. We had all the vills in the world on it, over 40, so that was a fully saturated Wonder build, and it went up very quickly. Psych is saying, make sure Allied Victory is on. There's no way, and I really do mean there's no way Falafel has Allied Victory on. This is so crazy. This is so fun. Krez is allied with both now. So is Tarka. And it looks like there's some fighting here from Psychedelic still. I don't know if he wants to keep sending units that way though. He is, which is a very interesting thing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the Mangudai can do against the Wonder, especially if they sit under the castle. Tarka definitely has to take down the Wonder, and I guess the Mangudai are just protecting the siege rams, and those are really gonna build here to take down the Wonder. And let's not forget there is a bunch of forward siege workshops here. I think this is a much better spot for all of these Tarkans to go. You just kill the forward siege, and it prevents the push from coming as quick. By the way, Soloff, if you're still here, no rush on signing up. If you're gonna sign up, I'll keep that in my head, and I'll make sure to include you in that. And maybe send me an idea if you have any ideas on how to make a match or a set versus Macy Fair, if playing at standard by the tournament isn't already fair. But it'd be cool to see a nice competitive match at that elo too. So some wasted pop here for Psychedelic, and the siege ram train is here. So is the Navy from Psychedelic. I'm kind of critical of this still. I'm not sure it's worthwhile population space, but boy, is it situationally good right here, especially versus the Mangudai. It's nice. It's doing a lot of good damage. The Mangudai are able to protect the rams though, but there's a lot of Tarkans here, elite Tarkans. And they can't protect from that many. Oh boy, I think the siege rams are going to retreat. And we're going to see a lot more camels come out here. Mangudai is not the way anymore. But if camels can stay, then that would be wonderful. And boy, this is really coming out strong here. I'm not sure if we're getting close to someone dying, but if a moderator is around, just keep an eye out for any of these players. And ensure if they chat before the game is over on stream. If you can quickly delete it, that'd be cool. No pressure though, it's always a best case scenario, but it's never too bad if not. And Krez rolling forward with a siege tower filled with 9 Vikings and 5 Petards. And I love it. It's the exact energy I want to see. Unfortunately, it does expose that Krez is no longer on Psychedelic's team. He did see this coming before he turned. Yeah, I think he turned or didn't turn yet, and Psychedelic saw it, turned on Krez, then Krez turned. So that's just going to be a really rough spot to be in. Guild King still in the TC is very confusing. Oh. Oh, you know. That is a wonderful detail. I think those camels die there. Did we have a bunch of siege rams running away? Here they are. Man, they went really far back, or there was just more produced back here. But if but we may see a research on treason coming for Tarkov to see that. And after that so-called betrayal from Krez, we had Psychedelics say, "No, you were sending petards to my wonder, you rat. I allied victory, and we could have won together. We could have been kings together. But it's over now. Enjoy your fate." That is hilarious. There's zero chance that Psychedelic had wonder victory or allied victory turned on. And I think Krez, after being called a rat, is going to come home to his well-secured king. Good point to check up on that. Leopard. And I think he's gonna take it to a spot he can get in nice and close and do some damage. And if Krez can't win, that might be fine. But maybe we don't even need the Krez sacrifice. I don't even know where the king is going, though. He can't path that way because of the scorpions blocking the pathing. I don't think that's intentional. And we don't see the flag here. But if the siege ram automatically target this TC, I don't think Psychedelic actually knows that the king is here. Oh my goodness, if he can just take this TC down. Oh my goodness, he can't. They didn't go for it. They're just automatically going. Oh my god. That could have actually ended the game right there. And instead, Krez is going to take what Psychedelic Falafel said at heart and is going to walk right in and end his game right under the castle for Tarka. Tarka sees the betrayal, immediately runs his king. This is going to do so much damage. I think the only way Tarka can win now is if he notices that the king was here, but all of his units are there. And Tarka's going to call that rude. Absolutely wild turn of events here. Krez goes out, taking the top player with his king explosion. Well played to Krez. You had a really good game. I think if you had boomed Falafel, it could have been a more deserving explosion. The question is, was Psych lying to me about Allied victory? Krez, he's been lying the entire game. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, but for sure, he lied to Dragonlord Freya. He lied to Abley. He lied to Baldwin, and his last lie was you. He said he had it on. He expected you to help defend his wonder for his own victory. What's crazy though is Tarka, at the same time as you running your king over here, Krez. Maybe he didn't lie to you, Abley, but he certainly wasn't nice to you. And Tarka nearly saw, or could have seen, the king sitting here for Falafel. I really hope we get one more ram push. There might be just enough. It's like there's not. There's res, but maybe not enough time to get the Rams made. You saw the king in that TC? Oh no, you should have not. You should have just told Falafel about it. Yeah. Next game, Psychedelic will have no friends. Yeah. Yeah, he could have. You know, Krez, I think that is a really good calculation. And early enough in the game, you take that calculation and you ally Baldwin, who's a better ally long term because he's lower elo than having having Tarka as the elo. Tarka says that is not fun. Psychedelic said no. What do you suggest? Tarka said delete your wonder. Psychedelic said no. Better idea. And Tarka says barely thought about that. But he killed me in a boat last time. Okay, well, grudges are grudges. I can consider that a valid reason to hold a grudge, but a long grudge to hold. And with each new game is a new chance at victory. This has been a lot of fun. This has been a really good game. So thank you all the players. Thank you, Krez. GG's. And GG's to everyone else. All right. Please, please, Tarka, think about that king. Maybe Tarka just assumes that king is back here. But if he notices that the king is actually here for any reason, he could take that down pretty easily. I do like camels against Tarkans and CA. It's actually a good unit against both. And it's much easier to control one unit than two. And we're going to see some Bombard Galleons come here. I think they're going to come around to try to snipe the Wonder from the sea. That 100% is the way that he's going to win here. And we've got some Galleons coming on water. Kind of a last-minute effort. Where are all of the docks from Psychedelic Falafel, though? I don't see them. There must just be one. Oh, there's 2 docks here. And 3. There might be just enough here. If all of these fires die to the Tarkans, there we go. He's gonna pull them away, trying to keep his cannon galleons alive. Oh, but if he just thought about the king, and I think maybe pushing this way with all the siege rams would be a really good distraction, so to speak, to get this, and a distraction that would end up killing him. And the cannon galleons will survive. We'll see if Psychedelic can focus on sniping those galleons. And I got very loud there. I almost was so loud I interrupted Mrs. David. So, sorry guys, I'm trying not to get overly into it still. But looks like he's trying to just get all the ships close to the shoreline to snipe them down, and that's working. This is just bad unit control from Tarka. And the siege rams are doing enough damage here. I think the... Oh no, the cannon galleons went down. Oh no, they didn't. Oh, they did not go down, actually. Not yet. I think they're just going to come over here and click the Wonder, no matter how many galleys are here, and that's going to go down. And once that goes down, I think the stream of camels coming here is actually going to finish it. The res is there. It's not for Psychedelic. And, oh god, the unit control, though. Oh god, the unit control. Psychedelic is able to hold on, at least to prevent a naval win. This is what I've been waiting for. Please, please notice this. Please, please notice this. And Psychedelic says, no touchy, thanks. And I think we just noticed the king. And Tarka gets the snipe and doesn't need the kill on the Wonder. Well played to everybody. GG's to Psychedelic. Put up an amazing, very, very deceptive game. But Tarka is able to stick it out in the end, hold on, and come home for the win. Well played. Can I get GG's or W's in the chat for all of our players? Hugely entertaining. I can't imagine how that game could have gone any differently than how I expected it at the start, and it certainly went 5 other different ways. Really, really well played. Let's look at what our most created unit was. I thought it'd be the Tarkin. Yeah. Psychedelic was spamming those everywhere, constantly raiding with them. But the camel switch from the Mongols does enough in the end. And the prediction of a high elo with a really good civ like that is still accurate, even when faced up against pretty demanding and unsurmounting odds. You could see Tarka's getting pretty upset. Not upset, I should say, but pretty tired and well fought through. Yeah, that was crazy, psychedelic. I saw you were so focused on this, especially watching all the ships getting focused. Like that was really good, a really good heads up play. But that wouldn't have mattered if earlier that first ram push that took down these TCs, if they had just kind of pathed this way, just happened chance, which it was very close to doing it. There's like a lumber camp here that the Rams went to instead. You would have lost the TC. So that was incredibly exhilarating, really fun to watch. Let's take a look at some of these stats here. While we finish admiring how fun that game was, a long game. That timeline is going to make everybody dizzy, but you could see where the buildup of the game was and where all the grind of the game is. It typically is like that. And I don't have the brackets live on live stream, but what I will do is show everyone the group that they're in, so they have an idea over who they could possibly match up against. Because I don't have them made, and I wanted to make sure I got anyone who signed up, which signups are technically open, but I think they might just be closed. Wow, just incredible. Let's see what the KD was here. Best KD was Dragonlord Freya. Wow, that's just crazy. Total army 1,000 to 800. Certainly goes into the grind of it all. And Tarka with the highest EAPM. Not the highest we've seen today, though. And certainly not the difference maker. I think a well-coordinated effort on some of these teams could have been even better. But well played. And if you enjoyed this game, you enjoyed watching this, want to play a community game like this, or just other team games or 1v1s that you can set up with the Age Buddies here, check out the Discord and Twitch links. We do this every Sunday, but throughout the week, people are very active in the Discord these days, setting up games, trying to practice, getting their settings right, getting whatever they want to practice down. It's a good time. So check us out. Discord links are all there. And yeah, thanks for watching. Until the next time, take care.